right, folks, good evening to you. Welcome to another date on the Journalist Hangout show. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Of course, today, for those of you in Christendom, is the 27th day of Lent, and I hope you are praying for the country, besides yourself. Welcome. Today on the program, let's tell you this. Police dismiss Inspector Olalekan over shooting of Kolade Johnson, hands him over for prosecution. Rivers residents panic over incessant killings and abductions on the East-West Road. They call on federal government to help, and later on we'll share this with you. The Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, NFIU, plans to make assets of politicians and government public officials, public. I'm hanging out with Asukwa James. Asukwa, good evening to you. And there's also Bola Olajuwon here. How do you do?
Nice to be here.
Good. So the team is ready. I hope you are. Let's go. Now, most upper-class Nigerians and their middle-class mates have no idea what it feels like to be subjected to police folks who are routinely suspicious, rude, belligerent, and brutal. The family of Kolade Johnson, who must now learn to live without him, hosted the Lagos State Police Commissioner, Zubairu Muazu, who was on a mollifying visit to theirs, that's to their home. One of the offending bloodthirsty officers, Inspector Ogunyemi Olalekan, has been kicked by the command, but he's to face prosecution. How much of a soothing balm is this, Asoko?
Well, it is much, and is also not much, because first, someone's life has gone, and then the families who, for the first time at least, we are beginning to see that the Nigerian police force is going all out, to ensure that one of theirs is being is made to face prosecution. And then the second is that there are so many of the likes of Oguyemi out there who the Nigerian police force will also have to, whip and put them in line. Because this is not the first time this has been happening, or this is happening. It's been happening in the past, and there was a time last year when the End SARS campaign was everywhere. And this was like the Nigerian police force, that is the command itself in Abuja, they seem to turn a deaf ear to all the cries. Even when there were documented evidence that their men were actually, being brutal, killing people, bare-face killing, and this is bare-face. The social media was awash with videos of how the SAS officers were actually killing, innocent citizens, armless for that matter. And then last year it was like that was just the end of it. It's like we didn't have a police force, Even though at that point, I remember speaking with my crime correspondent, and she was saying that, yes, there are good SARS officers and they are bad. Now, the bad ones are the ones that are causing the problem. And she actually told me that if we are to remove SARS from the system, there will be crime increment in crime, and that.
Isn't that debatable?
It's debatable.
If you remove it, it presupposes that you were going to do something with the other.
Exactly. So, and I remember also the former DSS director, Mike Ejiofor, also, alluded to that fact, that we can't remove SARS for now because there will be increase in crime. But be that as it may, we still have bad eggs who are spoiling the work of others, who are trying to ensure that the Nigerian police force have that sense of dignity and sense of humanity, within them. Because it's not just about wearing black, but in that black, there should be some semblance of whiteness in it, and which is where humanity comes in.
You just talked about the fact that there were many good officers, some good officers and maybe many bad eggs. But do you know that being a good officer in Nigeria is a dangerous business?
Yeah, of course.
Am I making sense to
Yes,
you?
of course. It is, because because of the bad ones, everybody think everybody's the same. All the police officers are the same, you know. But I've seen police officers who, when once you are in trouble, they go all out to help you without taking a dime, you know, from you and collecting anything from
as
you.
if they must. But you know, the former British Prime Minister, Sir Robert Peel, he was also the founder of the London Police. They refer to him as the father of modern policing. He said, police are the people, and the people are the police. Are we deserving of this police force?
Well, we are not deserving of the police force we have, despite the fact that the members of police force are also members of the society.
But you know, we throw them up.
Yes, we throw them up. We grieve them. We made them what they are. But in as much as that, being officer, being trained, and being responsible to perform a key task of protecting the society, the people, no matter who you are in the society, they must be above board. And not only that, if you look at, okay, there was a time they said we should remove force from the police. Because
The original name is the Nigeria Police Service.
a service. Then
Because
later,
it's a paramilitary
Military,
organization.
yes.
You have the Nigeria Customs,
Customs, yes,
Nigeria
immigration,
Nigeria prisons, and
prisons,
so on.
yes.
So it was the Nigeria Police. Now you have used Asukwa used the personal pronoun Nigerian Police. So we now have a Nigerian police.
Yes, police.
Nigerian type police.
police. But some people are still seeing them as Nigerian police force.
Okay.
Yes. But in as much as that, you see, the toga will always be there if you are bad. If you are good, you are good. If you are bad, you are bad. Then another thing, there was a time that some people suggested that, oh, maybe they should scrap Nigerian police. I said, what?
No, but and what put what in its place?
Then you start recruiting people. And now say, where are you going to recruit them? Are you
same
recruiting from
society?
the heaven? Or what do you want to do? You see, like as you rightly said, they are also members of the society. But being that they've been trained with what government is doing in terms of trying to change their mindsets, and then with the fact that they are getting their promotion, they are getting paid, and I don't know whether the welfare is okay to their expectation.
Maybe not, but Mr. President, the other day, upped their salaries.
Yes, yes, and not only that,
But
promotions.
you should also up the man.
Yes.
Besides the salary.
Yes.
Up him.
Up him.
Give him, tush him up,
Yes,
intellectually and otherwise.
yes, yes. Like I said, as you say, from what you said, your quotes, the police we're having, they are just members of the society, they are product of the society, and you see, we should assist them to change too.
Okay, so I take just one thing you said, underline it. We are not deserving of the police we have.
Yes.
Asukwa, going back, let's go down history lane. The first and only Inspector General of Police to have resigned his office is Adamu Suleiman. Adamu Suleiman was late President Shagari's first IG of police. He refused to carry out some orders, and Sunday Adeusi took over. The rest is history.
Yes.
So this type of police we have has a beginning from there.
Of course, because if you look at the offshoot of what happened back then and what is happening now, is different. You know, because in terms of population, in terms of the facilities that were on ground back then, and what we have right now, and then the value that we also place on the Nigerian policemen, the policemen in itself, you know. Because if you look at, after Adeosi, who came next?
After Adeosi was Dikko, Mohammed Dikko, who was MD Yusuf. Mohammed Dikko Yusuf.
Dikko Yusuf,
yeah.
you know. Then from there, the things started deteriorating.
No, but Dikko was the ideal police.
Yes,
police ideal.
yeah, exactly.
Let's
Because
give it
I
to
know
him.
he was always out to make sure that things are done properly. But in the last couple of years, the whole thing,
You know who succeeded him?
you know, the whole thing just turned
You know who
upside down.
succeeded him?
No, I can't remember.
My brother, his brother,
Edet.
late Chief Etimiyang.
Etimiyang, yes,
Yes,
exactly.
Etimiyang.
Etimiyang. Then from there, you know,
Who told you you must not have more than 5 naira in the pocket? At the time, 5 naira was big money.
Yes.
You know, although I quarrel with the many pockets
That
the
they
policeman
have.
has.
yeah, but, if you look at it, other climes, they have more pockets.
Yeah, man,
but
the-
all
the
the
pockets
pockets
too
they
many.
have.
They too
No,
many.
the thing is, if you have more pockets
Yeah.
in other climes, we see that those pockets are filled with gadgets.
Okay.
You
No,
understand?
they don't.
But
They don't
our
even
own,
put them. They don't put them
You
in
know,
the pocket. They
they
put
just
them
put it
here.
like a-
they
like
put them
a-
so that you can remove them and strike.
you know, but ours is different. You
But
know, our own is you have to
are you
also
not
put,
surprised that in England, which is the Bible of policing in this country, the policemen don't carry guns. They don't carry weapons.
just like Bola just said, your quotes, the police officers
the people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They are from the society. If we have a sane society, we have sane police officers. If
Asokwa, my society is sane.
yeah,
but
that's
we
what
have-
I'm saying.
We have many
now,
bad people.
Citizen. Now, if we have police officers who believe or they think that okay, the society is not doing them well, that is what we'll be having, the likes of the Oguyamis of this world.
Yeah.
You understand? And I also sometimes do not blame these police officers because the government is also not doing enough to ensure that apart from them giving them the proper training, their welfare, you know, also has to be taken care of. Have you gone to the barracks recently? In all the forces that we have, in all the security agencies that we have, the Nigerian police force, if you go to their barracks, you will weep. Because
Well, I stopped weeping Bola the day a TV station, not ours, recorded and broadcast an expose on the Nigeria Police College here in Ikeja.
Ikeja.
And a bemused and miffed President Goodluck Jonathan got there, and you expected something to have happened, but till date nothing.
Yes. Well,
Is it the Nigerian way of doing things?
it's the Nigerian way of doing things. I will say that. Yeah, because like, as he rightly said, I've been to many countries. Even Liberia, after they came out of the war, you will never see a policeman on the street with gun. To the extent that they asked the citizens not to go to the farm with knife or cutlasses with them on the street of Barufia.
There was an exigency.
Yes. Then, you see, I went to Saudi Arabia during Hajj. I didn't see a policeman with gun.
Okay. If Saudi Arabia is too far-fetched,
Okay.
just how many days ago, 5 unscrupulous, stupid Nigerians, illiterate Nigerians, went to the United Arab Emirates. They perpetrated the crime inside 7 minutes.
Yes.
But do you know it took 4 minutes to catch all of them?
Yes, all of them.
No guns.
Yes, no
and
guns.
so on.
Yes,
Gadgets.
yes, technology. That is what we need in this country. Like in all over the world now, what they are doing mostly is scientific policing.
Yeah.
Not necessarily seeing people carrying gun. It's intimidating. Very intimidating. Like, okay, recently I was invited to Saudi Arabia to, for IT-based scientific policing and defensing. See, what I read about,
And maybe saw.
see, what these people came up with from all over the world, even from Arab country, these people are investing.
In the
Not
future.
only weapon, scientific warfare. You understand me? Then I look at it each time I see a policeman. You see 5 policemen
But
around
listen,
carrying guns. What are they doing?
Bola, can we really go scientific in this
Yes,
country?
we can go if we want to do it.
Break it down, yeah.
But we can go if we want to do it. But the major problem is
you
maintenance.
know why I'm asking you?
Yeah.
In the last government, before this, there was money voted for CCTV on
In
an
Abuja,
experimental
yes,
basis,
yes.
Lagos and Abuja.
Abuja, yes.
Have you seen them?
No, I've not.
Okay,
Now let me say, I made mention immediately. You said that. I said the major problem will be maintenance, because we don't have maintenance culture. You see, but in as much as that, okay, if you look at what EFCC is doing now, it's not really that, look, they are going everywhere, despite the fact that mostly people petition them. But immediately you go to any bank now and you lodge any amount of money you shouldn't, look, alarm will ring. And in most ministry agencies, if you steal now, look, I don't know, except maybe you're a Superman and you have people.
Physically or with the pen?
With the pen.
Okay.
Like we can also do that in the area of policing. Because all over the world, look, like something happened in Hong Kong. A journalist, went to their central database. He went there, he got to the office, they showed him that if you go, anywhere you go here, we will get you. Within 2 minutes, 3 minutes, we will get you, go to anywhere. And the guy said, no problem, tomorrow, let's give it a test. And then the man went, just all of a sudden from nowhere. He now said, yes, the die is cast. I want to see what they are going to do, whether they will get me. Before you knew what happened, people were coming from all directions to get the guy, and they killed the guy. Together, they killed him to a spot. I said, wow, this thing is really working.
I'm not surprised. Many years ago, on NTA network, my colleague was aghast when the IG of police in England is called the Chief Constable. He was here on NTA network, and he was asked, how long does it take to determine that a particular car is stolen? The man said 10 seconds. You couldn't believe him. What you do is simply light up the route, and we are talking about response time by emergency, 10 seconds. So I'm not surprised at what you said. Yeah, Asuko, but these things, policing will start from the recruitment ground. That is where the problem is. Former President Obasanjo did say, and I'm sure he was acting on information he was given, so many crooks and armed robbers were recruited into the force. That's where you start. But you remember I said so.
Yes, exactly. And that is because we recruit this set of people
from your
we recruit them from the same society, And it's always very worrisome because we don't even profile some of these people that are coming for these tests. Because that is what the number one thing we should be doing. Okay, you are coming, because I remember the last one that they said the president wanted 10,000 police officers to be hired, to be recruited. Applications were just coming left, right, and center.
Before the statement ended, so over 200
over 200 plus, 240,000 applications. We are already on their table, and even with that application, I know that there were still some corrupt practices that were happening to ensure that there's one Mr. A's brother or sister that will be included in the police force. So when once somebody who is not deserving to be a police officer is being moved to become a police officer, this is what you get. Because you didn't sweat for it.
Yeah.
You didn't go through any rigorous profiling, because right now it has to be even profiled. Did they even, the ones that they've recruited or maybe got to a stage, did they go back to their primary school to check if truly this person went to this primary school, who are his friends or his, you understand? The university, was he a cultist? Because sometimes it goes down to even being a cultist, and sometimes most of them become police officers.
Bola, I cannot help being old school for once. In the 60s, before you got recruited into the police force, your village head, your councillor,
your chairman of local government,
must attest
that he knows you.
Guy.
Yes.
Which brings me to this. We hear, debatable though, we are overripe for state policing. Right, wrong?
Sure. They've been talking about it. They've been talking about it.
Yeah.
But have
State
they been doing that?
policing.
Yes, have they been doing that?
Sorry.
Have they been doing that? Recently,
Nobody say you the vex.
yes, no.
Okay.
Please, recently, no, not only recently, but a few years ago, a friend of mine was part of the people they recruited from New York to Nigeria. They went there to study their, community policing. And this guy is one of the guys doing fine there. They brought him to Nigeria. When they brought him, the guy was there. He was part of, the people. And then before you knew what happened, they moved him to mobile police units. What is the guy doing now? You see, like in Nigeria here, you see the passion is not always there. The people that they gave that particular, task to, are they doing it? Before you knew what happened, instead of recruiting the people that will do it and then going, by the technique that they have to assimilate and to operate on, no, rather, they will be doing the
I
same
want you
thing.
to help me some more understand the state policing dynamics.
Okay, the dynamics.
How will it work out?
Okay.
In
Now,
the light of what we have today.
okay, like when we are talking of state policing or community policing, you understand? Making the policemen to be an integral part of the society, living in the society, knowing the society, sleeping with the society, not, them living in the barracks.
In barracks, okay. There will be a police head at the state level.
Yes.
Reports to who?
Reporting to the federal.
No.
Eh? No.
The state policing, the
uh-huh.
governor.
Yes, to the governor. Yes, to the governor.
Take it from there.
Now, to the governor. And then, the governor and other people, maybe, politicians and other people, then will be in charge, how board for the state policing. They recruit them, they equip them, they fund them.
Okay.
But the danger is that the issue of politicizing, that is where the danger can come in.
Okay. Azuko, state policing in 2019 Nigeria.
It's going to be very difficult, for us to have state police, even though we
Because the
want
National
to advocate
Assembly has to tweak the constitution to bring this about.
to bring it out, because it's going to be very difficult. One, in state policing, those is a very good idea and is already working out elsewhere. One, if you're having somebody who is in your area, who knows the area, and everybody can vouch for that person, and you think that that person can, be a police officer, that is where you can make him a police officer, which is good. But in the context of of what we have in Nigeria today, whereby politicians are using police officers to do whatever they like, politicians or governors are also...
Sorry, make I hide my mouth. You never hear say police, they carry governor's wife's bag.
Umbrella. They carry umbrella.
Whereby politicians
for construction workers
make use of police officers to do whatever they want to. So
demeaning the uniform.
You understand. Uniform. So all these things, it will be very difficult for us to say the state police will work now. The National Assembly will, if they are going to make it a law that henceforth we want to have a state police, they will have to break it down for us. Because we will definitely have a federal police, we will have a state police,
taking it home.
And then as well as we will even have community police.
Okay.
Because it's going to go down to that point whereby who is my police officer? My police officer will know my name, will know where I come from, will know my family, will know everything, and I'll be able to also know the police officer. Staying in that area, I know his name and everything. So it's going to be a very long process.
How do you close?
My take is this. Yeah. We must take it from somewhere. We can't say because, look, the fundamentals are not there. And the fact that, things are not working well as at now, we leave it. When are we going to start? Let's start now.
All right. Folks, we'll rest the topic there, but then the debate can continue. Okay, yeah. But I tell you this, as the Nigerian society becomes more complex, so also would policing be. And one last line, gentlemen, have you heard this before? There are only two people you can tell lies to easily. One, your girlfriend, and the policeman. All right.
You are talking from experience.
Come on, still to come, Rivers residents panic over incessant killings, abductions on the east-west road. They call on federal government to help. We'll be back shortly. All right, folks, let's keep it going. You know, in a traumatized environment such as ours, crimes of passion tend to take root. Crisis-weary River State people are exasperated by the heightening rate of killings and abductions on the east-west road. The over 120-kilometer road straddling Edo, Delta, Bayelsa rivers and Akwa Ibom states has become a safe haven for the criminals who roam free there. The people, out of trepidation, want the federal and state governments to wade in and in good time. Many of the people say they have resorted to prayers whenever they were on the road. We need more than prayers.
Exactly. We need quick solutions. The citizens,
even while you are praying on the side.
Yes, we need quick solutions. Every time we usually say these things, you know, prayer, but no action. We know that, okay, prayers, the spirituality is there, but for us to put because God created every human being with a brain, and from that brain we are supposed to bring solutions. The solution to the east-west road is for us to quickly make sure that the road is passable. I've passed through that route for, you know, several times, and every time I pass there, it's as if they have even abandoned the road completely. You know, passing through Warri down to Yenagua is always a very big problem.
But you have too many, you know, far too many roadblocks. Those policemen on the roadblocks are the roadblocks. They say they are overwhelmed.
They are overwhelmed.
By the criminals.
Yes, they are overwhelmed. You know, there was even a time that even contractors working on that road refused to, you know, continue with the work because they were always being kidnapped, you know. So the federal government will have to wade into the situation whereby the safety of the contractors working on that road is guaranteed and the road is made passable. Because if you have bad spots, the kidnappers will cash in on that.
Yeah, that's what
they will cash in. And then they begin to, you know, kidnap people, extort people and all that. Yes, I know that the River State Police Command actually declared a state of emergency on that route, particularly the LLA down to Port Harcourt. You know, sometimes if you are going through from the LLA, once you go to LLA, and you are going to Port Harcourt.
I know you'll be a team man.
Yes. LLA down to Port Harcourt, and if you want to pass through Yenagua, you can't pass through that side. You have to take the other side down from the Obima down to Port Harcourt. That is where you pass through, you know, and it is very, very dangerous. It is dangerous, particularly once you get to that route around 6 p.m. in the night. 6 p.m. Forget it. It's either you stop, you look for your hotel for you to rest your head so that the next day you know. So the federal government will have to do a lot of work to ensure that route, and you know, it links straight to Akwa Ibom.
Are you telling me?
It leads straight to Akwa Ibom, that particular route. It's very funny.
Bola,
no, don't tell me. I can tell you some stories in respect of the road. Okay. And the day that Julius Berger stopped all projects in the south, Port Harcourt area, you know, rivers, that day I was on that road. I went with one of our circulation vehicles to Port Harcourt. As we were going, then we were hearing of gunshots. You know, we left around 11 a.m. And then by 8 a.m., we were already in those areas, Rumu. In those areas they call Rumu towards Port Harcourt.
Please,
now,
they are not called Rumu.
Okay,
it's
what?
rather Rumu.
That's what. You are mentioning Rumu.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Okay, as we were just moving, we were hearing of gunshots. And I said, what happened? The driver said, you don't know anything. You are just passing through this road.
You ain't heard nothing.
You don't know anything. Are these people still operating as at, you know, this time of the day? I said, who are the people? He looked at me again. Then, just of a sudden, we saw one old man in a Mercedes-Benz. The guy said, hey, that means we should move from the road. just of a sudden, we saw these people live, wounded guy coming with gunshot, firing seriously. You know, they've already shattered the windscreen of the vehicle that they were coming. Just of a sudden, we were hearing then the only thing that followed that their movement and shot was only, yeah, you can come in, over, this, that. They are retreating to the creeks.
Wow.
And I said, what happened? Just of a sudden, then we saw policemen, we saw army,
soldiers,
soldiers following them. And the people just entered the village before. Then I asked, the people around, I said, those people that just moved, look at you. They've already entered the creek and then, entered their boat and they've disappeared. Then what I want to tell you is that by the time we moved towards Port Harcourt, we saw a vehicle, SUV. They've already, turned it. And we saw 2 mobile policemen down, dead.
Wow.
That was where they went to kidnap some, Julius Berger expatriates. And that was it. Julius Berger that day stopped operation. Now, what I want to tell you is that, you see, that road has been like that for some time. Because like mostly those people that apply the route at night, they will tell you that they will drive about 2 hours. Not on the right side of the road that is supposed to take. They take one way.
One way.
Wow.
Then when they are going, then when they reach the area that they know that, look, there will be trouble, or those guys normally hide and operate, then when they see no vehicle coming, you see them waiting. They will wait.
You have to wait.
You have to wait. By the time you wait and you see any vehicle coming, you blink. Then if the guys will blink to you that, okay, that means the road is safe, you can move.
But let me save you a lot of breath, because I see your temper rising.
No, it's not my temper rising. No, I want to bring something on board. Let me bring something on board.
You still the vex?
Yes, what I want to bring on board is that the issue of Kaduna, Kamfasha, I knew that one since 1966. 1998.
Okay.
97. I was going to Jos, and we got to somewhere. They said, we are reaching the area. I said, we reaching which area? They said we should be praying. Praying what? And that was all. Look, that one has been on. Now they are talking of Kaduna area, Abuja houses that people are operating there. For how many years? Since 1997, 98?
That's why I said, calm down. We have reeled out some of the problems. Now, solutions. Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, 4 states. They receive.
Edo, 5.
Edo 5. They receive security votes every month of this year, of this world, Can't they pool resources?
They can.
While we wait for the federal government.
Exactly. Now you've mentioned Delta, you've mentioned Bayelsa.
Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers,
Akwa Ibom. Now, politically, these 4 states are from the PDP, if we want to use politics. Now, if they want to pool, apart from that, they are oil-producing states, so they have money. So apart from the security votes, they also have the 13% derivation fund also going into their coffers. So there's nothing stopping them from saying, we want to increase security along that route, and then they will do it. If they want technology, they can source for it. So it is not a big thing. And I know that most times they do their South-South Governors Forum.
Yeah.
So what do they discuss in this forum? If you don't discuss the security of lives and property of people that you are of your citizens, what else do you discuss?
Asukwa, except that I'm not comfortable with this allusion to PDP, APC, BBC, and all that.
Yeah.
Insecurity does not know any
exactly,
party.
Exactly. And so if for instance the South governors, pool resources and say, okay, this total security is not in our hands, but we have XYZ amount of money, then go to the federal government and say, federal government, we need support. we need the federal backing for this, for particularly that route, I'm very sure the president is going to give them that support. But if they sit down and they are declaring state of emergency, maybe the police is just declaring state of emergency, when they know that they don't even have personnel to man that 120-kilometer highway, is going to be just like somebody throwing one small pebble into the ocean.
You know, again, Bola, it has to come from the mind. Security now. It's been a long time coming. The people of Akwa Ibom, in reverse order now, Cross River, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Bayelsa, specifically, don't need Asaba, Onisha, Owerri, Umuahia, as we do now, into Ikorekpene before you. That route shortens the trip by as many as 120 kilometers. That's why it's called the East-West Road. And it terminates at Calabar. Thankfully, we can announce here the president, the FEC signed a 6.7 billion naira contract to extend the Owerri Uyo Expressway, you know, through Aba.
Aba, yes. Straight from Ikorek.
Something should be done. I think that's what, at this table, at this hideout or hangout, what we do is, yes, we analyze. It must be more than just stating the problems.
Yes.
The governors are watching us, or their people are watching us. It does not pay me to sit here on network television and begin to moralize, because the problems have answers at their fingertips.
Yes,
Exactly.
If they want to do it.
If they want to do it.
Because if a governor wants to win an election, whether or not we are shooting 25 hours a day, the man will win it. Deploying it. So to win this battle against the bandits is easy.
It's easy.
It is easy.
It is easy. You know, when the problem started in Rivers, I don't want to mention the governor. This guy brought Israelis to train mobile policemen. What happened? The federal government, at the end of the day, they deploy the policemen.
Out.
So trained.
Yes, so trained by the Israelis. It's on record. Then, what happened to the security architecture in Port Harcourt? What happened? I don't have any problem with Wiki. What is happening there now, we should know. Few years ago, that place was partitioned. You can see area, they divided the areas. And what is obtainable in those zones covered by the security architecture, they could see it, you know, from televisions or screens. Then what happened now? Okay, another thing is this. I learned that a state governor from the South has a security architecture that countries are using. Can they network together, maintain it together, and do something worthwhile for the security of life of people moving along the axis?
Bola and Asokwa, when you hear that kidnap kingpins are roaming free in a particular environment, you can be sure, almost be sure that the hierarchy in that state.
They knew about it, and they know about it. Yes.
So if they want to roast him, they can.
Yes, yes.
They can.
Because, I'm sorry to say it, most of them are the people that harmed these bandits. They use them for election. When they use them for election, they leave the guys. When the guys want to, you know, find something to eat, after, you know, a particular election, before another election will come for a year, then the boy will go to the road. Then to do something.
Make I tease you a little.
Yes.
My people, the Ibibio people, Asokwa knows this, have a proverb. They say, "Daike sanake senekbo kidam." I go break them down.
Make you break them down.
As they carry juju go put for stream, the person will lead the way. Now only him fit go commot the juju.
Yes.
What do I mean in taking it home? Rivers State was peaceful until 1999, when a particular governor, I don't know if you remember him, he gave vent to these big boys. You know them. You know their names.
Yes.
And he sowed the seeds. the seeds
Has germinated into what
and
we
so
have
we have
today.
this Frankenstein.
Yes.
Now only him
Yes.
fit do the thing.
No,
I
but
agree
no,
with
but the Frankenstein that has outgrown him now, they can't even listen to him. They can't because those ones too, they are also lords right now. Because I know who you are talking about.
Yeah,
You know, because right
to
now
mention.
he now has those small boys that he used to call them.
Yes.
They are now big boys.
They are big boys.
And if
They
you
are
go
the-
to
they are
Rivers,
the people governing the state now.
you know, of course, because if you go to Rivers,
Pikin know the big pass in Papa.
Don't say that.
You know what?
Not in the context of politics.
It's not in politics.
Oh, really?
Politics.
Yes.
They will dust you. They
Yes.
will retire you.
Yes, and which they have even done anyway. Because look, in Rivers, what it will take, you know, for Rivers to have peace is when Wike and Amechi
The settle.
settle. If they're in one camp, there will be peace.
Okay, when two of
That
them,
is one.
Asokwa, we will take them one by one. When both of them settle, how do you settle those boys?
When
They-
you
they
settle
will
those
talk to the
boys,
boys.
they will talk to the
No,
boys.
when you settle those men.
The two, yeah, once you settle the two men, because they are from one
All right, do
particular
one
family.
thing. Talk to them. They are
Because
watching you.
they are from one
talk
particular.
to them directly.
No, because if Wike
can
and
talk to them. What
Amechi,
can
we
they
are
do?
talking to them.
I'm not saying they would just
No,
talk to
because
them
they
directly.
are listening to us.
Oh, they
when
are.
once Wike and Amechi are in
Sing
peace,
their differences.
sheath their swords, I tell you, Rivers people will enjoy Rivers the way it was before 1999, when it was the Garden City, where people used to go there and enjoy life.
Yes, enjoy life seriously.
I tell you, because right now, when once these two people have different camps, there will be problem in that state. The so-called militants that you are seeing is from their own offshoot. It's from the offshoot of
they
this
are not
same.
so-called.
No, because right now
They are
in
not
Rivers,
so-called.
in Rivers, people no longer. There are so many. I know of so many people. My friends that were in Rivers before, they have all moved back to Lagos. They were good journalists in Rivers, but they are all moving out because they
For
can't.
fear- for fear
because
of,
of fear.
Yes.
You know, and this is going to affect the economy of the state. It is not only oil that the state is supposed to be depending on. I remember then, hotels used to sell like mad in Rivers.
All right.
You know, so the only thing they need
So-
there is
so-
for the two of them to maintain peace.
Help me as we begin to take this home, beginning with Governor
Wike,
no. Edo State. What's his name now?
Obaseki,
Governor Obaseki, Delta, Governor
Okowa.
Ifeanyi Okowa, Dixon.
Bayelsa,
Dixon.
Rivers,
Wike,
Akwa
and
Udom.
Udom Emmanuel,
and of course Cross River.
Ayade, Ben Ayade.
You owe us this thing. Please, if you want peace to remain in that part of the world, it can. Just raise the finger, because we know doing the right thing, knowing the right thing to do and not doing it
Right.
is the worst form of cowardice. I'm done. So let's take another break here and come back for the last leg. All right, welcome back. We're going to take it home. Make no mistake about this. Moral authority comes from following universal and timeless principles like honesty, integrity, and treating people with respect. The Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, the NFIU, is strongly flirting with the idea of making public the assets of all public officials and top political office holders. The director of the body, Haman Tukur, bared his mind on the matter when he faced the House of Reps Committee on Financial Crimes the other day, and that was during a budget defense session. With a suspension of the NFIU lifted, we expect a floodgate?
Well, that's what we are thinking, but if it will happen, we don't know. But it's better we set it in motion. You know, let's start putting this thing into action. You know, there was a time Nigeria was almost removed from, the Edmonds group.
Okay, yeah.
Over this. So I think one of the reasons and conditions that was given to the NFIU was that
Get these
people
to
declare their asset publicly, and not just public to declare, but to make it public. Show us what Mr. A, B, C is earning and how much what allowances they are getting and things like that.
And what he has.
And what he has.
In terms of fixed
yes,
assets.
assets. Whether he has houses in London, he has in Akwa Ibom, he has in Lagos, he has in Abuja. Let's know. All public officers, including politicians. You know, and once you do this, I think it's going to be another good way in trying to fight corruption. Okay. Because we will really know, okay, how much did Mr. A, earn in the last 4 years. So if Mr. B, if he's going back to contest in another year, we'll know if he actually saved money for him to be able to do campaigns, for campaigns and all that. So it's going to be a very, very interesting, time. By the time the NFIU will start to publish these names, and we'll begin to see what every public officer, every politician is earning. If they will do it, is what I don't know. If Tuko, that is, if the
can go the whole hog.
Exactly. If he can, it's going to be one of the best things to happen in this administration.
As an aside, Bola, when the INEC chairman issued the yellow card to Rivers APC, I was a little aghast. I was not too sure until it issued the red card, and I was hoping it would go the whole hog. So INEC went the whole hog.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So this is not rocket science. Yeah. But my trouble is this. In Nigeria, the only way you are successful in getting away with corrupt things is not to get caught. Because when you are caught and you are made to face the book or the music, people will say, you hear things, silly things like, now lay him.
Mm-hmm. See, my brother, it's one of the dimensions of what will come after, the organization, NFIU, start that. It's one of what we should expect. Because, you see, in Nigeria here, it is, if you are rich and some people are eating from your plates or your pockets, then you become their son.
Yeah.
It's our Peking, and immediately you have problem. That is when they will say, leave him alone, is it him? You want to remove him, you want to bring your own brother, you want to bring your own people. That was what you did the other time. You want to do this again. And aside that,
So doing the right thing will portray you as a madman.
Yes, as a madman in Nigeria. Yes, not only as a madman. In order to show that you are upright when caught, then you buy over lawyers, SAN, you buy them over. See, this thing you will see a lot of floodgates, of interest, protection of interest. And you will see a real grammatical expression in the law court.
Wow.
Because what really happened is this, Nigerians, you see, look at what is happening as per election petition. Somebody that you knew they beat you silly, you say you want to go to court. It's a mandate they gave to you. They gave me that mandate and you stole my mandate. Nobody want to accept the right thing.
Bola, it is your right to go to court.
It is your right to go to
everybody's right.
No, it's your right. But let me ask you.
The courts are
in the
always
same
open.
society that we are trying to emulate in the US, have you ever seen many people going to court? How many people did you see going to court for electoral purpose? In the UK, how many people? In Italy, how many people? Please, the issue is this. It's right. You understand me? Let's test the water. Because at the code of conduct, they have all these facts. But they will not give you just like that when you ask for it.
Well, but the trouble with the country is not a lack of laws. It is a lack of will to give effect to the laws.
To the laws. Yes, and also people that want to pick hole from the law in order to justify their hands. You understand me?
Yeah.
But it's worthwhile. It will be worthwhile if they can do that. But also, remember something. They removed the units from EFCC because the Egmont group were saying that EFCC was sharing the information that they gave them. You understand? Then these people should also be very, very careful. Because if you share all this information, because it's not that we have the database that we can keep all this information. Yeah. Because according to what the man said, one of the undertaking is that they must work with CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission,
work with CCB.
ICP, NNPC, EFCC,
And all the C's.
All the C's. Then, you see, if they can make use of the database to fight corruption, to restrict money laundering, because there's no way you can curtail it.
Asukwa, but I have a big problem here. And if I remember the quotation credited to Napoleon Bonaparte, he said, the only way to remain poor is to be honest. You see what I mean?
Is a strong,
yeah,
quote,
the only way to remain poor is to be, if you Google, and you have to you read between the lines. In Nigeria, you are not successful if you don't have an estate. They start telling you, Asukwa, only you, they work there. Your mates are this and that. So
worrisome.
the NFIU has a tall mountain to climb.
No, it's like a mammoth, because for them to be able to, just like you said, is more than tall. It's just like going through the highest tower. I don't know how they want to go about it, because going through these agencies, the Federal Inland Revenue, the NNPC, the CCB, the CAC,
Wow.
to identify and get into their database, to identify what Mr. A and Mr. B hands is going to be a very, very tough challenge. Particularly from what Tuko also said during his budget defense. If you look at the budget, even for the NFIU, is like very, very infinitesimal.
Last year it was 1.8 billion. Now,
compared to
8 billion.
what EFCC,
800 million.
Billion.
Compared to what EFCC,
8 billion.
Is getting. So if you look at it, with what the work that they have on hand, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to achieve it. But they have to do it. If not, we will be delisted.
Otherwise, what we are saying is it is possible.
It is possible.
It is possible.
Citizens,
it is
it is
possible. We
possible.
can do it.
We have honest Nigerians.
Like you
Of course, definitely, I'm honest.
and me.
I'm honest.
So if
Because
we have,
you people are not there.
Yes.
if we have, once we have honest Nigerians to deal with this, and they are not looking back, and they don't want to listen to the cries of people, because just like you said, by the time they start, people will start bringing litigations left, right, and center.
Yes.
Tuko should not listen to anything. He should go ahead, because that is what his work is for. Go ahead, make public every asset that every politician has or public officer has, so that people will be able to know that this is what this person is earning. But once you add 1 naira to it, you will answer question in the next dispensation.
All right, I don't have much more to add to that. Safe to say that it takes a lot less time to declare your assets and a longer time to explain why you didn't declare it. You have a choice here. I think we must pack it all in here. Gentlemen, yesterday I was 69 years old.
Yes.
Today
Congrats again.
Congratulations.
My 69th and one day on planet.
And you're still young.
Very young.
I've been told that. Me, I live one day. I live one day at a time.
Oh, that's good.
One day at a time.
Congratulations.
All right. Bola Olajuwon, many thanks for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Super James.
Thank you.
That's it, folks. On behalf of the Backroom Boys, I want to say have a pleasant weekend. Take care of your family. That will be all on the program. Join us next week for another episode. And also on Journalist Hangout platforms, we'll show you on the screen. And on YouTube too, at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. The feedback channel is the same. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Bye-bye now. Take care.